The biggest stars. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest names in music.
Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show. Okay.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
OneFM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
1, 2, 3.
That's right, it is The Big Show. Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean. Well, minus Glenn. He's still in New York's Times Square as far as we can tell. We're not quite sure what he's doing. It is Rockstar Fit Mondays, and that means we've got Natalie Dau with us. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I missed you all last week.
Oh,
You're just saying that,
Lies, all the lies.
Good morning, Natalie. How was your weekend?
It was good, thank you. Yes, tried to keep it healthy, so not too bad. Nothing too exciting. A bit of sunshine.
Oh, that was good. At least you got a bit of sunshine. I spent the entire week cleaning the house, so I didn't get very much sunshine.
It shows. It shows on that non-tan that you have.
Look,
It's basically translucent already.
Yeah. Pretty soon I'll be able to stand up against a white wall and you won't be able to see me.
We can use you as a white balance when taking photos.
There are a lot of video guys who do that, actually.
You're very helpful.
Yes.
All right, Natalie. Speaking of being out in the sun, what actually happens if it's too hot and you're outside exercising?
Yeah, so it's quite dangerous because the closer your body temperature is to the outside temperature is, the harder it is for your body to cool itself. So obviously your internal temperature rises, your core temperature rises, and then you start sweating. So you start losing fluids, and of course, the worst case being heat exhaustion at the end.
Right. So if we're out in the sun and we're exercising, a lot of water.
Yeah, a lot of water, but not too much water. That's a fine line. You don't want that swishing around thing happening on in your stomach.
Yeah.
So, ideally, you should drink some water a couple of hours before you go out is ideal, and then little sips along the way.
It's interesting. A couple of hours
Yeah,
before
I know.
you go out.
Not just before, like not in the half an hour.
No. Yeah, half an hour is fine, but if you can really get something in 1 to 2 hours before, then that half a liter 1 to 2 hours before is key.
Okay, and
Wow.
is there a good time to be outside working out?
Yes, so obviously beginning of the day or end of the day when it's a bit cooler. But other than that, if you are going out at lunchtime in the heat, then make it really low intensity and just for a shorter amount of time, and do this for 5 to 10 days until your body starts to get used to it, and then slowly build up from there.
Okay.
My philosophy is always train hard, you fight easy. So if you run like at, let's say I go for a run at 4 p.m. where it's quite hot, or at noon, that means when I do races earlier in the day when they are cooler, it means I can run faster. Does that work?
Yeah, you know what? It does work. So, yeah, it does. Obviously Glenn's running in New York now after running in East Coast. So it'll be a lot cooler for him at the moment, and he'll do a better time.
I've seen people running at noon in the blazing sun, and they're sweating buckets, and I'm just wondering why. Why would you do this to yourself at noon?
Do you burn more calories?
You burn, so you lose more sweat. So I'm not sure about burn more calories, but you're going to lose an extra kilo or something running at that time over that. But it is just water.
But it is not recommended for everyone, correct?
No.
And basically things like heat stroke and stuff like that happen because of a lack of water?
Yeah, it can be just too much sun and you get a headache, and so your body can't then internally cool itself. So it really is like any exercise. It's build up slowly rather than just go and try and run for an hour at lunchtime outside.
Okay.
So even if you are hydrated, you still wouldn't recommend going out in the middle of the day if you're not trained properly, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of training, what will you be doing today? Should we go work out? Who's working out? Oh, well, okay. I guess I will work out.
Yes,
Of course you will.
Good
luck.
All right. Here, join us on thebigshow.tv on Facebook right now. Here's Modern Talking with Brother Louie.
Okay, so what are we doing today, Natalie?
We are doing a bit of a runner's workout today, so just to strengthen those legs. So sorry, Angel, that
I
you're
hate
lumped
running.
with it. I know.
Why?
Should have made Glenn do this one.
Well, let's just imagine he is then.
Okay, so what are we doing?
So we are going to do some quick feet with a bit of a turn. So quite dynamic movements. A knee hop on our left and our right. Then we're going to strengthen our glutes with some hip raises, and then work on the core with a straight leg sit up.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
So I'll give you a quick demo as always, just so we can start. Let me just move that down. Start more easily. So the first one is just the quick feet, and then we're going to do a couple of turns.
Whoa.
Yeah, so just to keep that pretty dynamic.
Go, Angel.
Okay, great. No, it's okay. Can I sit down?
And then we're just going to do a little knee hop. So do 40 seconds on this leg, then switch to the next one. Then back on our back for our hip raises. And then finally, straight leg sit up to work on that core.
Okay.
So,
All right then.
all right.
All right then.
All right. We're going to start in 5 seconds, everyone. We're going to warm up. Doesn't have to be too fast with these quick feet yet. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, tiny taps. When I say go, we're going to flip around to the side and go and back.
Oh, what? Okay.
Okay. And go.
Full.
That's it. Yeah, and go. And go. And go. That's it. Go.
See, with my coordination, I'm still on the first go.
You're like,
Go. Last 10 seconds and go. And go. 3, 2, 1 and rest.
good thing we don't
Okay.
have anyone below us.
Yeah, we hope.
Even if we do, also we don't care.
Yeah.
Imagine a studio being on it.
Wow.
All right. So you should feel warmed up. That's a really good one. It's not too bad on the joints. Now we're just going to do a little knee hop. So 2 different versions for this. So back and then a little hop in the air. So knee doesn't have to hit the ground at all. So it's opposite hand, opposite knee. If you don't want to jump, that's okay too. You can just do the low impact version, which is just leg up like that. But otherwise, we're staying on the same leg for 40 seconds. So know that your calf will burn a little bit.
Yeah, this is probably more strenuous than it actually looks.
Exactly, especially on your
On the
planted
lower
leg.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, and rest. We're going to change legs in a minute. Shake it out.
Shake, shake, shake.
Wow.
Always good to do dynamic movements like this for running too, because you're jumping over things, you're upstairs, you're downstairs, so these are always important. Okay, and off we go again. So just a nice little leg up or little hop. Doesn't have to be too high. Swing those arms as well. Keep the elbows in tight. Good job. That's it. Keep it nice and fluid.
Fluids.
Yes. That's it. 10 seconds, guys. Almost there.
Feel the burn.
Yes, absolutely. And relax. All right. Hit the
Whoa.
ground.
Ooh. Whoa.
The ground.
Hit the
Hit
ground.
the ground. So we're going to do our hip raises now. So feet just a little bit wider than hip width. Hands can go in the air or they can go on the side.
You have to
And
do it on the floor.
Oh, yeah, I can't do something.
Yeah. You need to be on
up
the
and
floor for that.
down. Just make sure when you go down,
In the meantime.
we don't want to rest at the bottom. So just keep it nice, steady movements. Doesn't have to be fast. If you want to, you can put your hands up in the air too. But really squeeze that butt as you are going up. So you should be feeling it in your glutes and in your legs. a tiny bit in your tummy, but really this is to strengthen your glutes for running. All right, hang in there and relax. Good job. The next one, just legs straight out, and we're going to do a straight leg sit up.
Straight leg sit up. Okay.
Straight leg sit up.
Yeah.
This one you can do, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hands are going to touch the ground behind us. And then we're going up. So you don't need to touch your toes. If you want to just come up and touch your knees, that's fine. Or if you want to reach further, that's okay.
She did 5 already,
Natalie?
Yeah, Natalie, she's like a machine. She just goes up and goes back, goes up, goes up.
If Angel was like a mummy and she was coming back to life, right? No, nobody would be scared. So slow, you come up.
All right, guys. Less than 10 seconds, almost there.
Oh, wow.
Good job. 3, 2, 1. Great job.
Oh, great job. Wow.
Wow, there we go. Good work.
All right.
Good job, Angel. At least you always take one for the team.
Right?
Oh, she does. She's
I've
really good at
I've taken 50 already.
as she pants her way through this.
Okay, stand by. We go back on air first.
Megan Trainor, Lips Are Moving on 1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits. It is the big show. Good morning. It is Angel, FD, and Sean, as well as Natalie Dau, who is with us for Rockstar Fit Monday. And I'm still panting from whatever it is you made us do. If you missed any of that, remember to tune in on our Facebook page. It is thebigshow.tv as Natalie walks us through some exercises a little later on. But Natalie, now we're talking about exercising in the heat and what to do and what not to do.
So you were saying, Natalie, earlier, how much water should we be drinking if we're going to exercise in the heat again?
Yeah, ideally half a litre, so 500 mils, 1 to 2 hours before we go. So it's, you don't have to fill your stomach up with water or anything before you walk out the door. You really want to make sure you're hydrated well and truly before your run or your bike ride or whatever it may be.
And while we're out there, you said sipping. Sipping is kind of relative. I mean,
How?
yeah, how much,
Sipping should we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can run on or exercise to thirst. So if you are feeling thirsty, stop and have a drink. So for me, I plan my running routes where I know I can, there's a drink machine or I can fill up my water bottle along the way. So, just drink. You don't have to guzzle it down because you're going to get a stomach ache if you do. But just, have a couple of sips, see how you go and keep going.
Whenever I go out for a walk, because I don't run, I try to go out when it's not as hot. But for people who are going out in the heat, is there any benefit to running in the sun?
Vitamin D.
Yeah.
People say, and it's still not really proven, that running in the heat like that is like running at high altitude. I'm not quite sold on that one. But, as Sean was saying before, if you've got a race in a cooler climate and you're running at lunchtime, then you're going to go to that cooler climate and absolutely kill it. So you'll see that a lot of the champion marathoners from Singapore will never do their best time in Singapore. They're always going to do it at an overseas race that's a little bit cooler.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to lose weight, would you recommend that because you lose a lot more water, it is strictly water that you're losing when you run out in the heat? Would you recommend them running out in the heat to sort of lose more calories?
I mean, you see all of the guys in their sauna suits running before a fight to lose weight. It is literally fluid. So the best way to work out how you lose weight when you run from a fluid point of view is get on the scales before you run. And then get on the scales after you run, and you'll see exactly how much fluid you've lost during that time.
So that's just water, isn't it?
That's just plain water. So it's not actually
weight.
You're still burning the same amount, but it's actually just how much fluid you've lost.
And that too, you need to be able to know how much you can actually afford to lose.
Absolutely. So, I can lose 2 kilos on a run quite easily. But again, that's just fluid. So you want to make sure that you know that you need to try and get at least half of that in on a run.
I gained 2 kilos on dinner. Perfect.
So if I have, let's say, events open up again and I want to look really fit in a dress, running, say, a few hours before this event just to lose that fluid might be a good idea because you lose all that water retention. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, just don't drink because you'll probably pass out.
During your event, you'll be like, "Ooh," excited.
So what other things can we do to cool off besides drinking?
Yeah, so I mean, I think things like people always carry a towel a lot of times, and there's some great smart towels around that hold the coldness, which are fantastic. And then you see people pouring water over their heads as they run. That actually doesn't bring down your core temperature, but it just makes you feel better. Okay. So, if that's what you need to do during a workout, then, wash your face, put some cold water over your head, and off you go. But those towels are actually pretty good.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Natalie. It's now time to sweat again. If you want to join us, head to our Facebook page. It's thebigshow.tv. Right now, here's Annie Lennox on 1FM 91.3, Walking on Broken Glass.
Okie dokie.
Smart towels, huh? I never.
Yeah.
What are they, like refrigeration?
What's a smart towel?
They're, they just look almost like a chamois towel. And if you put them in cold, they will hold the cold for a couple of hours. They're quite amazing.
wow.
And you just wring them out. Some of them have actually got little special beads in that hold the coldness as well. So, yeah, they do work.
Oh, wow.
Mine is just you freeze a cold towel and then you use it as like a block of ice.
Yeah, but then it doesn't hold that cold for long. These hold it for like a couple of hours, apparently.
And you can you don't need to have the water in them to keep them cold, whereas a normal, like face towel is heavy. Yeah, these are super light.
Okay, I just want to go back to that thing of pouring water over you. If you're outside in the heat running, grandmother's tale, I can remember people telling us this. You're all hot. Don't pour cold water on you because it's bad because your insides are all hot and then your outsides are getting all cold.
Yeah, you know what? By the time you're outside and inside are the same temperature, a little bit of cold water is not going to make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same as jumping into an ice bath here, which is far more extreme. No one sort of has a problem with that.
Well, I do. I'm not going to jump into any ice bath.
Why?
No, thank you.
Good for you. After that, you can start running already.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay. Let's get down to these exercises, shall we?
You'll start hopping on your bad ankle.
Yeah. Both your legs can be used.
All right, we're doing those quick feet, guys. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's go a bit faster this time.
Yeah, faster.
Faster. And left. All right, and left.
Stay low. Bring your bum lower.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Then
And
you
left.
feel it, right?
Yeah.
Good job. Right. That's it. Right.
This is how this is how the traffic police train their officers as well.
And right. Good job. Right. And left.
I'm just going whichever way.
Yeah. And relax. Good job.
Oh. That is just incredible.
Now her hair looks like Justin Bieber. So.
That's all right.
That is quite something.
All right. 5 seconds and we're going to do those knee hops. Okay. Back we go and hop. Remember, if you don't want to hop, just knee up. But if you didn't give it a go last time, just try a little hop this time, see how you go. Super good for your balance. Good job. Get those arms moving, that helps you get some air.
Okay.
Bit of momentum. Good job. Hang in there.
Okay.
Okay. Less than 10 seconds. Good job.
Not easy.
Now we're going to change legs.
Change legs.
Change legs, 10 seconds. Good job. Shake it out. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen Angel pant like this.
All right, up we
And
go.
go.
And go. Good job, guys.
Wow.
You don't want to go into a lunge, do you?
No, not all the way back. Just,
Yeah, don't need to go so low.
Okay.
yeah, just stretch that leg out behind. That's it.
The focus on the other leg,
Focus on your,
Lower leg.
the base leg.
The base leg, yeah.
Just keep that nice and nimble.
With a little hop, must
No, it's okay.
work your calves, right?
I like that
calves
one.
also.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
That's the point.
No.
Okay,
You're
and
horrible in the
rest.
class, no?
Natalie said if you can't do it, just do this.
You don't have to.
Okay, you can
yeah.
stop already. You can
Yeah,
stop
like
already.
what you're doing.
I love all the instructions from everyone.
Yeah. We're all giving instructions. None
Backseat
of us doing
drivers,
it.
the worst.
All right, we got those hip raises now. 3, 2, 1. All right, really squeeze that button going up and down.
And this is a slow movement, Natalie.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a really good one if you've got any bands to use as well, that just to add a bit of difficulty. That's good to use those bands around your knees.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
got a booty
Yeah.
band as well.
Yeah. But this should really be, you should be focused on really pulling your belly button up rather than just pushing up. So bring your belly button straight up. So that's how you're going to engage everything. Okay. Rest. And then we're going to finish with those sit-ups. Almost done.
You can do it. You can do
I
it.
can do it.
Jayo,
You can do-
we believe in
can-
you.
Watch your head,
Yeah.
because you got a kettlebell on the end of that.
Or a pillow, either way.
Pillow.
Good job. 5 seconds. Take a deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. Remember, hands touching behind your head. Keep those legs together. If your legs are lifting off the ground, get someone to sit on them or pop them under a bed or a couch. That's it.
How important is it, Natalie, for us to touch our knees or ankles rather than keep our hands parallel to the floor?
You know what? If your hamstrings are tight, it's going to be hard to reach
Right.
forward. So this is really a core exercise. So if you're only touching your knees, that's absolutely fine because we're focused on the core in this one.
Okay.
And we're done.
Yay!
Fun.
Job.
Oh,
I came dressed in jeans just so I wouldn't have to work out.
know.
And you thought wrong.
I was like, if I put on a pair of jeans and non-workout shoes, I won't have to work out.
You can always work out no matter what.
Thanks,
no,
guys.
But this is Angel's dedication to the show.
I know.
This is proof that you don't need fancy workout gear.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. That
Although
is
these
so
shoes are not very.
true.
But you can do it barefoot.
Yes, I was barefoot.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That is.
Whew.
Yeah, even Natalie's going, whoa.
I'm sweating. Yeah, I forgot. There's no aircon on in here.
Where's my refrigerated towel?
Yes.
A smart towel.
I need a smart towel.
Bring a smart towel. I wanted to ask is because when you're running in under the sun, would isotonic drinks be
Good question.
more?
Very good question. Yeah. It depends on the isotonic drink.
Okay,
there's a
wait,
lot
we
of
go back on air and you.
Let's- yeah.
ask
Okay,
this
sure.
again.
Yeah.
Okay, FD do one traffic was asked.
Alrighty.
OneFM 91.3 traffic.
Well, you might have one or two delays across the expressways. I don't think there's going to be too much that's really going to be in your way as you head out this morning. Areas to look out for: the KJE towards the BKE, an accident at the BKE Woodlands exit. That'll slow you down. Anson Road towards Engor Street, an obstacle on the road after Burnham Street. Avoid the right lane. Other than that, not too much to tell you about. Stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
It's 1FM 91.3 and you're listening to The Big Show. It is Angel, FD and Sean with you this morning. Also, Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms, for Rockstar Fit Monday. And I'm still trying to catch my breath from that runner's home workout, which I thought was absolutely exhilarating. Within the first 10 seconds, my heart rate has gone up more than it has over the week.
True. We are getting a lot of questions on our Facebook page as to where Glenn is. Glenn is in Times Square in New York. He is actually doing these exercises in the middle of Times Square.
Yes, if you don't believe us, all you have to do is look at our Instagram page. He is in Times Square. So, Natalie, I think Sean has a question for you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, since we're talking about running under the sun and being in the heat, right? So our go-to definitely is water, but sometimes we just want that isotonic drink. So I wanted to ask just how much better an isotonic drink is compared to water if you're running under the sun.
Yes, so there are good and average isotonic drinks. A lot of people just reach for them out of habit, but you really should have a look at what's in them. So, they are good because they do have electrolytes in them. They may have salt in them and some carbs. So great at replenishing after you've worked out, but a lot are just pure sugar. So if you've exercised for less than 60 minutes, just take water. You don't need an electrolyte drink. Over that, you might want to think about having something, but, don't just default to the ones full of sugar. Invest in buying, proper hydration drinks is my advice.
Okay. What about something like coconut water? Is that good as a replenisher?
Coconut water's got good potassium in it, but it doesn't have salt in it.
Okay.
So, and it is actually super high in calories as well. So, you need to take that into consideration. It tastes great, especially cold. But yeah, just know that it's not going to replace that salt that you've probably sweated out.
So the key for getting a good isotonic drink, just look at the label and see what the contents are?
Yes, absolutely. Go low sugar, or invest in some of the good tablets you just pop into water yourself.
Nat, I just want to ask this question. I know a lot of people who drink these isotonic drinks for the sake of drinking them,
like a soft drink.
They drink it like a soft
soda,
drink.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Again, it is a soft drink almost, right? So it's a soft drink with a bit of salt in sometimes and a bit of magnesium maybe. So again, if they're not exercising, just drink water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is just drink water.
Just drink water.
Moral of the story.
Yeah, because I see, especially I see a lot of people who are kind of hooked on it. It's kind of like some people are hooked on Red Bull, some people are just hooked on isotonic drinks.
I was going to ask, so if it's not an isotonic drink that you drink after your workout, would it be okay to drink an energy drink before you're working out, even during?
So it depends what your goal is. Just have a cup of coffee. Because an energy drink is going to get your heart rate right up. So you need to be caffeine adapted really to be able to exercise, if that's going to increase your heart rate.
How does that work, Nat? Because you're saying have a cup of coffee, but I've heard that coffee is actually dehydrating.
Yes, so as is a Red Bull, because it's caffeine. Caffeine is dehydrating. So again, it depends what you want to do. But if you haven't exercised on caffeine before, then be very careful is my word of advice.
Okay, fantastic. Any last words for running in the heat and keeping cool?
Yeah, no, I think just hydrate, and, stay to 60 to 70% of your heart rate. If you're exercising in the heat, don't push it too hard and slowly build up slowly.
Fantastic. So if you're heading out to get a sweat on, remember that men sweat, women glow. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Natalie. We'll see you
guys.
again next week. And we're welcoming also Bibi Chia, our principal nutritionist, who is about to speak about all things great related to chia seeds. Good morning, Bibi.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Missed you a lot.
Oh, we missed you too.
We missed you for a whole 2 weeks. Okay, Bibi, we're going to go to the music. If you want to continue watching and listening to us, just head to our Facebook page. It's thebigshow.tv. Here is REM with Shiny Happy People. Good morning.
So as we cross over to Bibi Chia, our principal dietitian. Bibi, so what do you reckon? Men sweat and women glow?
Lies.
You have to agree with me, right? Women never sweat.
Some of them
We
I
always
need to buy
smell
extra
nice too.
deodorant. No.
You're hanging around with the wrong women there.
That's why. What you eat sometimes.
Oh, good.
Chia seeds,
Good
Chia
morning,
seeds.
Bibi.
So today we're going to do a little bit of chia pudding. I'm going to share some benefits of chia seeds. I think people know the benefits of chia seed, but they might not know how to eat them. And there are some people who I wouldn't recommend to take chia seeds.
Really?
Yeah. So people with allergies, just specifically to some nuts such and seeds, specifically sesame seeds, I would not recommend you to take chia seed. Well, most of the time it is safe, but there are some of those allergens that you can find in sesame seed, in chia seed too.
Okay, you're saying people who take nuts shouldn't take chia seeds. Does that mean if nuts are a trigger for my gout, then I shouldn't take chia seeds?
No, only if you have an allergic reaction to nuts and seeds, specifically for chia seed would be sesame seeds, then you might want to be a little bit cautious. Yes.
Okay, all right. Just checking on that.
Okay. You know, it just occurred to me that chia seeds are seeds because you said sesame seeds, because we usually think of them as just these little, things that bloat up when you soak in water, right?
They look like frog's eggs.
Little
like jelly,
frog's
right?
egg, like jelly, but you don't actually think that they come from a plant. I mean, I'm curious, Bibi, I don't know if you know this. What does the rest of the chia plant have any other benefits besides their seeds?
They come from somewhat like a mint family. So
right.
Interestingly, with the chia seed, have you heard of chia pets before?
Yes.
So
No.
Yeah, so
Like sea monkeys.
No, like kind of like sea monkeys, yeah. But not in water.
Oh, okay.
not in water. Yeah, so you have this terracotta, figurine that you can put chia seed on top, and when it starts to sprout, it looks like hair. So they call this chia pets. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got ball sports, so I better put some.
You feel like afro, right? And if you are interested, if you buy or have some chia seed at home, try spraying them with some water on a cloth or on a terracotta dish, and it will start to sprout, and you have fresh sprouts at home within 3 days. So apart from just eating chia seed, you can sprout them.
Oh, and then what do you do with the sprouts? You can like blend them, or you can just eat them like on your salad?
Yeah, you can just eat them on your salad. They are like vegetables. And so it looks a little bit like alfalfa, or it looks a little bit like broccoli sprouts. It's just green vegetables that you can grow in your house in 3 days.
Then do they give out seeds as well?
If you grow them big enough, yes, but we want to trim them when they reach about within 3 to 5 or 7 days for some. And when you trim off, you can just throw the roots away. Some people eat the roots.
Right.
As well.
Okay. Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Okay. So what are you going to be doing today?
Chia seed pudding.
Yes, chia seed pudding, and it's really simple. Basically, the ratio is every 2 tablespoons of chia seed, you will mix with half a cup of liquid. So I've pre-mixed one here because it does take about, say, 20 minutes for it to set into like a pudding before we can put some toppings on top of it. So, say for example, maybe I'll do the chocolate milk chia seed pudding.
Ooh. Chocolate milk chia seed pudding.
That's what I'm making for breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, and I was surprised that the shelf life of chia seed is 5 years. I'm like,
oh really?
Wow.
Yeah, so if you put it in the dry cupboard, it lasts 4 to 5 years. Even though, I think sometimes they put a shorter expiration date on it. So very simple, just 2 tablespoons of chia seed into this little glass bowl. And then I'm just going to add a teaspoon of cocoa powder. I'm not going to add sugar, but you can put a little bit of honey, a bit of maple syrup, but just some cocoa powder.
Cacao. Wow.
Yes. and I like using cocoa powder because it's rich in polyphenols, and you get all the benefits of eating cocoa or cacao without extra fat or sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
And it improves your mood.
Oh, yeah?
It's a mood booster.
It's a mood booster, yeah.
Chocolate, man. Chocolate makes everyone happy.
That's why I drip on myself all the time.
Sean!
What?
Stop it. You said that out loud, right?
Oh, sorry. It's okay on Facebook.
And how much milk are you putting in?
With every 2 tablespoons of chia seed, you will need about half a cup of liquid. So this cup of liquid could be of choice. So you could use, say, for example, chia seed and grape juice, chia seed and pineapple juice, and you get a pudding of a different flavor.
So I could use soy. I could use soy milk, for example.
Oat milk.
Yes, you can use
oat
almond milk, soy milk.
Oh, because chia seeds have no flavor, so they would absorb anything that you put in?
Yes, that's right. So I would just usually stir them and leave them for about 20 minutes and they're good to eat. But if you want it to set like a pudding, you might want to wait till tomorrow. You put it in the fridge and then you get this nice pudding texture.
So I can make it tonight for tomorrow, basically. And 2 spoons of chia seeds are a meal?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say, overeating any superfood is not healthy. So for chia seed, I would recommend no more than 2 tablespoons a day. But if you just want to help meet your omega-3 intake, it's only 1 teaspoon. So 2 tablespoons is giving you more omega-3 than you need in an entire day.
I didn't know that chia seeds had omega-3 in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you can actually extract the fat from chia seed, and it's a very valuable skincare supplement. Yeah, so chia seed oil is valuable.
So if like me, I'm plant-based, then I can get my omega-3 instead of from seafood or algae or anything. I can get it from my chia seeds.
Yes, that's right. And I think what's interesting about chia seed, why is it a superfood, is if you look at the distribution of calories, it's got 20% close to 30% of protein. It's only 40% carbohydrate and 30% fat. So it itself is a very good distribution of calories. It's rich in protein.
Is it fattening to eat every day?
For 2 tablespoons, it's not. But yes, if you eat 100 grams, yes, but nobody would typically do that. Yeah. And it's also rich, very, very rich in calcium. And so people think you can only get calcium from milk. You can actually get calcium from chia seeds.
Okay, so we'll talk about, when we go on air, we'll talk about all the vitamins and minerals that chia has as well.
Yeah.
So the coming back to the pudding very quickly, 2 tablespoons of chia seed
with half a milk, half a cup.
Half a cup of milk.
Half a cup of whatever.
Teaspoon, right? Per tablespoon, right?
No.
2 tablespoons,
Yeah.
2 tablespoons of chia seed, and half a cup of liquid, which is 125 mils.
125 mils.
Okay, cool stuff.
Okay, everybody stand by. We don't.
I can see Sean wants to make a chia seed pudding.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite fun, right?
Yes.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
All right, KPE towards the ECP. We have an accident after Tampines Road exit. Avoid lane 3. AYE towards Tuas. An accident after Jurong Port Road exit. Congestion is to Penjuru Road exit. Avoid lane 3. Anson Road towards Engor Street. An obstacle on the road after Burnham Street. Avoid the right lane. Please stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning. Good morning. It is The Big Show with Angel, FD, and Sean. And we have Bibi Chia, our principal dietitian, with us, speaking about chia seeds.
Now, these chia seeds, Bibi, are really interesting because the only way I've ever taken it is put it in a glass of water, wait 20 minutes, and then drink the whole thing down. I didn't even know you could make pudding with this.
No?
No.
Ooh, the pudding is yummy because it becomes so jelly-like, right?
I didn't know. So it's filled with omega-3 and calcium. What else do chia seeds give us?
So chia seed is very rich in soluble fiber. So people who have constipation or even people with diarrhea or indigestion issues can have chia seed. But the soluble fiber also helps you reduce your cholesterol levels. And so together with its rich omega-3 and its ability to reduce bad cholesterol levels is actually heart protective.
Oh, no wonder they call it a superfood.
It is a superfood, yeah. So earlier when we were on broadcasting on our bigshow.tv Facebook page, you were mentioning that if you can't take dairy or if you don't get enough calcium, you can get it from the chia seeds, as well as if you're plant-based, it has a good source of omega-3.
Yes, that's right. So it is a superfood. Say 2 tablespoons, which is what we're going to use to make a pudding, would give you the amount of calcium, say, like a slice of cheese. So it is a good source of calcium, about close to 200 milligrams of calcium for every 2 tablespoons of chia seeds.
Honestly, how much calcium does the average person need in a day?
about 800 to 1,000 milligrams. So if you're above 50 years old, it's 1,000 milligrams. And of course, when during adolescence and you're growing, and you need about 1,000 milligrams as well. But most adults only need about 800 milligrams, and yet we don't meet our calcium requirements.
Yeah.
And how much do you get in that bowl of chia seeds that you just made?
This has about 200 milligrams of
Wow.
calcium in there. And if you use milk, if you use yogurt, drink, which is sometimes what I use, the calcium content is even higher.
Okay. So you can add more calcium fortified foods to it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And okay, just for the benefit of those listening to us on radio, what is your simple recipe for a chocolate chia seed pudding?
Well, it's really simple. Actually, every chia seed pudding is only 2 ingredients. 2 tablespoons of chia seed, which is approximately 28 grams, and half a cup of liquid. It could be milk, it could be soy milk, almond milk, it could be
Juice.
grape juice.
Yeah, grape juice. I was like, what? Grape juice, chia seed pudding?
Grape
That's
juice is
interesting.
wine, right?
Yes, you can also put wine in. No?
We were all waiting to get the answer to that one.
Turn my breakfast into a dessert.
And I can then top this pudding with just about anything, can't I?
Yeah, so today I'm going to top the chocolate pudding with some walnuts as well as some bananas. And if you do use a yogurt drink, you can top it with white chocolate and strawberry. So it's up to you, and make it as, nutritionally dense as possible.
Okay, so we'll watch how you do that on our Facebook page. It's thebigshow.tv. Right now, here's Kylie Minogue spinning around on 1FM 91.3.
Your disco face, eh?
It's interesting that you said walnuts and bananas, because I actually like that combination.
Yeah.
I think walnuts
Yes.
and bananas go together really well.
But the
And together
bananas you wouldn't put overnight, right? You would do that fresh.
Yes, that's right. So after the pudding is put into different jars, you can leave it in the fridge. You try to consume it within the next 3 to 5 days. But every time you take one nice pot out, you can just top it with whatever fresh fruit you like. And then that is a beautiful and Instagrammable breakfast.
I can make this I can food prep this
You can.
on a weekend, and it'll last 5 days, you said?
Yes, about 3 to 5
3
days.
to
Some
5
people
days.
do it for 7 days. I won't recommend.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's fantastic. So you've put some cacao in.
Yes. So this one is just cacao. This one I have prepared with a yogurt drink. And so maybe today I'll use, if I use a yogurt drink, I would usually use some white chocolate as well as strawberries. Look at the size of these strawberries.
Yeah. Those
Where
are
did
plums.
you get those strawberries? They're huge.
Yeah. So I was in the supermarket yesterday, and they were on sale.
Oh my
and,
goodness.
And it comes in like these massive boxes. It's so beautiful. And it's like super ready to be eaten. It's so ripened as well. So
Where are they from?
these ones are Driscoll strawberries.
Driscoll.
Yeah, it's a regular Driscoll. But they come, I think it's probably in season, and now they are huge and really sweet. And it's so interesting that when you eat more berry-like fruits, especially for women, it has proven to actually improve your memory. So every half cup of blueberries or whatever berries or strawberries that you eat, you will have better memory than other people who don't eat
Good,
berries.
because I need to build my memory. I'm
But,
terrible.
I think
Wait, this is only for women? It doesn't
Yeah,
work
no,
for
it
guys?
doesn't. No.
I don't think girls need to improve their memory. They
Why?
remember a lot of things. Yeah. Think 10 years ago also they'll bring up. Don't need, stop eating strawberries.
It's called selective memory. It's different.
I think the reason why it's for women is because how the study was designed. I'm very sure gentlemen will also benefit from
I'm
eating
sure,
berries.
yeah.
Thank you, Bibi. Thank you.
Well,
I
they
see all
do-
the wives trying to feed their husbands berries now. I cannot remember anything now.
They do say that women who've had children, their memory sort of decreases, doesn't it?
But that's only in the short term.
It's only when they want to. Is
It's
it
only
in
the
short
first
term?
few months
Is
after
it?
they've had the baby, right?
I don't know.
Just eat your strawberries and find out.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it's a stressful or happy period. People,
maybe.
yeah. So I'm just gonna lay some strawberries on top. And like you mentioned, it's better to only put the fresh fruit on top the next day when you are ready to eat the pudding. And then
Okay.
I'll use some white chocolate. I like white chocolate, although technically
love white
speaking,
chocolate.
It's not chocolate.
It's not chocolate.
What about if I use frozen fruit? Should I put it the night before or the day of?
I think I have tried before to blend some frozen fruit before mixing it and then set it. So it works as well. So it's
that's
like
a good idea to blend it.
Frozen fruit pudding, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, what I was thinking is if you were to blend those fruit, you could put a layer of the chia seed pudding, then a layer of the blended fruit, then a layer of chia seed pudding.
And let it set.
And you have your own kueh lapis right there. Right?
Nice.
It's all there.
And then you pop it out and you eat it layer by layer.
Yeah.
Okay, Bengawan Solo will do that, and then they will call it the FD.
The Dutchman layer.
But that looks really good.
And so, yes, you're right. So a lot of people do layer their chia seed puddings. So you could do a layer of, say, one with like a milk flavor at the bottom, and then you can do fruit puree, and then another layer. And I've seen some really nice ones with mango and green, kiwi, and it's so beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow I'm coming in with chia seed pudding. Yay!
For all of us.
Okay, I'll make you guys some for sure. If everyone's going to eat it, I'll make everyone a chia seed pudding. Glenn doesn't get any because he had a wonderul trip to New York, and he's not here
Times
today.
Square.
So
Marina Square didn't have any chia seed.
No.
Oh, I didn't know he's in New York today.
Yes, he's in. You go look at our Instagram. If Instagram says so, that means it must be true.
Yes, everything on Instagram is true.
Everything on Instagram is true. Yes.
Okay, so there's also another question, I think, from one of our listeners earlier on was that they asked what was the difference between chia seed and basil seed, because it does swell up as well. Remember when we were young, we used to drink this drink that looks like there's frog seeds on the inside? Yes. So that one is basil seed.
Oh, that's basil
limau
seed.
manis.
Is that limau manis?
Is that what it's called?
Like lime? Is it like lime seeds or something like? Like it's black and
it looks like tadpoles.
Yeah,
like little tadpoles.
Syrup limau manis.
So those are you say basil as in the herb?
Yeah, so those are basil seeds, but you can also use chia seed to make that drink. So it's just slightly smaller size when you use chia seed, and basil seeds are just slightly bigger.
So can you use basil seeds in replacement of chia seeds to make a pudding?
I have not tried.
Okay.
But I assume you can, because it does have the same structure as well. It just becomes like a jelly after touching liquid.
But the flavor would be different, right?
Oh, I've tasted it. I think it tastes quite similar.
Oh,
though.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never tried it.
I've never tried it.
Both
basil
got no
seed.
flavors, right?
Yet until it
Until you
sprouts,
put it
right?
whatever, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Chia seeds you're not supposed to eat by itself, right?
No,
you're
you
not.
always soak it.
You always
first.
soak it. Yeah.
You always soak it
Yeah.
first.
I know. I had one that comes in like small packets, and I just stick in.
No, you don't. You
no.
don't eat. No.
And it's fine for us to have our chia seeds on a daily basis because of the omega-3 and the calcium and everything else that it gives us.
Yes, I
Fiber,
think so.
yeah.
And a lot of fiber, you're right. And I think people who don't eat fruit and vegetables and don't like whole grain, maybe a pudding like this could help them meet their fiber intake.
Sean.
Thank you, Angel.
And that's very interesting that you said earlier that the soluble fiber works if you need to have good bowel movement or if your tummy is soft. You were saying as well, right? That chia seed is good for that.
Yes, that's right. So it does help both ways, bulking as well as, resolving constipation issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
That's pretty magical.
That's magical stuff.
Chia
really.
seed puddings for everyone tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, we go back on air for our last words. Stand by.
Foreigner with I Don't Want to Live Without You on 1FM 91.3. This is The Big Show with Angel, FD, and Sean. And we have Bibi Chia, our principal dietitian, who's telling us the benefits of chia seeds and who shouldn't be eating chia seeds. Bibi, can you tell us once again who should not be indulging in chia seeds?
Well, although chia seed is safe for a lot of people, if you have like a seed allergy, you might want to be careful, especially if it's a sesame seed allergy.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
that's
Okay.
interesting. A sesame seed allergy. Because as we were talking, I just came up with the ultimate chia seed recipe.
That's why you were laughing to yourself?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
why? Tell us.
Picture chia seeds. Two tablespoons.
Yes.
I have 125 ml of Horlicks. And I make my chia seed jelly, and then I have strawberries on top.
You know I'm not doing this for you tomorrow,
it's
right?
horribly unhealthy, but it sounds so good.
Why must you always put together the most unhealthy ingredients? See,
Are
here,
you surprised? Look
here-
at him.
Look at me.
Bibi is trying to tell us how to eat better. You know, bananas and
No, but
walnuts and cacao.
I'm going to try the cacao one though because I have cacao at home. So
So none for you tomorrow then.
no, I'm going to
You
try
can
it
make your
after
own.
you make yours
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay. I'm gonna make the cacao one. Don't take my idea.
Yes. Angel will make for all of us. Yes.
Yay!
Glenn doesn't get any. Any last words, Bibi?
Well, I would like to encourage everybody to have a variety of foods in their diet. And if you see any superfood that you're not too sure how to make it, maybe send us a message and then we will show you how to use them on this show.
Oh, fantastic. So we can reach out to you on your Instagram or your Facebook page. Can you share what the handles are, please?
So my Instagram is bb_dietitian. I also have a page called Food Tales with Bibi. And so if you'd like to post some question, do so. I've already seen some viewers replicating our recipes, specifically the banana muffin. And it looks really successful and makes me really happy to see that people are sharing the recipes.
Fantastic. So if you have any questions for Bibi at all, reach out to her on her Instagram or Facebook. And remember to tag her if you have emulated any of the recipes. Thanks so much, Bibi, for joining us this Monday. Can't wait till next week.
Thank you all. See you next week. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Have a great week. Here's You Too, With or Without You on 1FM 91.3.
And we'll say bye to everyone.
Bye to everyone.
Bye to everyone. Make sure you share this video, please. Very important.
And join us tomorrow morning.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.